cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
Alright, here by myself today, so it's gonna be busy. So let's get right to it. I have something queued up here.
So let's start watching this, and we're going to be going to a wonderful channel, one of the best police interrogation channels, if not the single best police interrogation channel you're going to see anywhere on YouTube. It's Crime Circus. Crime Circus, Drip Drop over at Crime Circus has this amazing cache of footage from all the every case that's ever been. He's got all the interrogation.
Someone.
I'm waiting for him to get the Taylor Ship business stuff up. That would be a hoot. So let's go on over to here. This is all from Drip Drop's channel, Crime Circus. If you're not familiar with Crime Circus, I suggest you go on over there and give him a check out, give him a shout out, and give him a subscribe. He completely deserves it for all the work he gets into enhancing audio, cutting out 8 hours of people sitting in chairs staring at each other in silence. He puts together a really good package, and that's what we're going to be watching here right now. Let's go. We'll stop and make comments and questions. This is an analysis video, so we're not going to watch it just straight through. Let's go.
New footage released of the Rust movie set. You remember the movie set where Alec Baldwin discharged a weapon and ended up killing his own cinematographer.
Either of those, I thought he was coming with you, so yes, now Alex, I'm a detective on the case, and can we get you coffee or anything? Okay, I'll be in here just a minute, okay?
All right, we'll bring up the closed captions for this. Now, these are the same interrogator, the same detectives, the same, I guess they're sheriff's office people. They're the same sheriff's office people that the question Hannah Gutierrez read, and I'll say the same thing about them that I said then and say it now. They are very, very good at what they do. They're just, we're just a happy, bubbly little new girl sheriffs doing our thing. But they work him over pretty good, and he doesn't realize that he's been worked over good by these two sheriff's deputies. They ask the right questions. They let him, and I'm just going off memory because the last time I saw this was the first video I ever did. But they lead him down the path the same way they just sat back and let her talk. Now, what do we see wrong with this picture? I can't remember. It says, I love Drip Drop. He investigates deep dives cases, Crime Circus. Hell yeah. Is there a dono goal for a Jeff cam now? No, there's no dono goal for a Jeff cam. Do I need a Jeff cam? What do we see wrong with this picture? There you go. Some of you are just learning, aren't you? No lawyer, no Jeff. He has his phone now. You can have his phone, and they're gonna let him have his phone for good reasons. No lawyer. Exactly. Y'all got it. Those of you that say no lawyer, you are correct. There is no lawyer sitting there with him in this picture. The police are not your friends. They say we're just trying to help, but they ain't trying to help you. If you ever get called into the police station to give a statement or to answer questions, what do? You shut the fuck up and you lawyer up. Those are the two things you do. I would even say go so far as to let your lawyer answer any questions the police have. That way you don't say it. So anywho, no lawyer. He's going to handle this all by his big ol' acting self. Now, they've left the room. This is also standard police tactic. This is standard interrogation tactic. Yeah, put him in the room without his lawyer, of course, and you say, oh, would you like some coffee or something? We'll be right back. And you know the coffee machine is like 2 inches outside the door. All they're doing is they're going to whatever room has the monitor for this camera, and they're watching what he does. They're watching what he does with his phone, watching where he calls, watching who he calls, watching how he acts, watching how he fidgets, looking at what he's looking at. They are checking him out and scoping him out and making note of everything he says and does. Standard interrogation tactic.
Hi.
I'm at the police station.
And this was actually, if I recall correctly, the second call. He couldn't connect the first time. But I think it would have been funny if old Hilaria would have answered the phone. Hola. That would have been kind of funny. If you know. But so he's there alone in the room, and he calls his missus.
Sheriff's there about to interview me. How is everyone at home? How are the kids?
The kids are great.
Hold on a second, please. Did you tell Carmen what's going on?
No, I didn't.
Are you convinced you don't want to come tomorrow?
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea. Look, call me after you talk to the sheriff, but I don't think it's a great idea. I think this is,
Let me just to be clear. You're going to make me stay here tomorrow anyway. talk to my insurance investigators. This is really, I mean, I'll talk to you more, but I'm just
I'm
saying.
so sorry. You must have such like it's so traumatizing.
No, what I am is someone who, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a public person.
Well, sorry, Mr. Baldwin, you are a public person. So the first thing he does is call, and he has, mind you, this just a very, very short time ago, like a couple of hours ago, he shot a woman. He sent a bullet through a woman's midsection and into the dude standing behind her. And he's like, are you sure you don't want to come over here and get involved in all this, honey? Well, I got to stay here anyway because I got to talk to insurance adjusters and I got to talk to these people. He's absolutely, utterly unconcerned for what's going on around him. Andrew Valentine, at this point, he does not know she's dead. So he thinks she's still alive. In the middle of this interview, he finds out she's dead. So at this point, he thinks he's just wounded her. He thinks he's wounded her and wounded the guy standing behind her. He'll find out here a little bit later that, in fact, she didn't make it.
And I'm the one holding the gun in my hand. And everybody was supposed to have taken care of. They always hand me a cold gun. Where are you now?
This kind of contradicts what he said. He said that he was told it was a cold gun, and here he says, they've always taken care of this, and they always hand me a cold gun. He didn't say they told him it was a cold gun until later, but anyway.
Michelle, who? Well, and where are you? Okay, right. I'll clean up when I'm done, okay?
Hi, Alec.
Hey, where are the kids?
It's David.
The voices.
I'm just yeah.
So he's cut out all the dead spots where he's just sitting there staring. It's taking these cops a suspiciously long time to get him a cup of coffee, isn't it? They've got the coffee. They're just watching. They're like, oh, let's see who he calls. Let's see what he says.
I'm just
She's telling what's going on. I'm trying to get Mr. to come.
Oh, I'm going to come.
So just spend the time here, and they're going to do what they got to do, what they got to do, and we shouldn't let them. We'll go. I won't work. We'll go enjoy ourselves. It's all paid for.
I won't work, and we'll all go enjoy ourselves. It's all paid for. I'm sorry, Alec Baldwin is a flaming piece of shit for a human being. To the best of his knowledge, he was just Swiss cheesed a woman and poked a hole in another dude. And he's like, all right, hey, we should just do this anyway. We've already got our vacation paid for. I'm just going to take some time off work after shooting this woman, and let's just go enjoy ourselves. It's already paid for.
They're not going to give us the money back.
And we should be staying away from the vultures here.
Are they outside?
No, but I'm not sure they will be at some point.
I think it's a great idea.
You know.
It's a great idea. You should come for that reason also.
Come here and hang out with me to get away from the vultures, and then let's go enjoy our vacation. What a piece of shit he is. That's an insult to flaming shit. I mean, guilty or innocent, whatever you think, the guy is still just a horrible human being. And why am I not in this picture? Why haven't I been on camera? All right, let's make things right here. Why haven't I been on camera for the last, I don't know, 20 freaking minutes or whatever? All right. I was just having fun watching this with you. I wasn't even paying attention to the camera. At least you could hear me and it wasn't dead air. That would have been even funnier, huh? All right. I know. Well, now do we need money for Jeff Cam? Now it makes sense. It didn't make any sense back when you were saying it. It didn't make sense when you were saying it. Yes, I know you said Jeff Cam, but I was thinking Doggo Cam, you know. Anyway, see, now X-Comer, is there a dono goal for a Jeff Cam now? See, now that makes sense. Thank you, X-Comer. And Irish, I was drunk, something wrong, no pint of Guinness. Hi, all. Hey, Irish, I was drunk, how you doing? And then been there, done that for Jeff Cam. Now that makes sense. It all makes sense now. And Daryl Smith, remember for 3 months. Baldwin played a lawyer in a movie once. I'm sure he can represent himself. Yeah. Hi, guys. It's me. It's me, Legal Vices. How you doing? Oh, crud, my face hurts from laughing. I'm so stupid sometimes. Here we go. Back at it. As I was saying, the cops are taking a suspiciously long time to get that cup of coffee he wanted. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. This is my first live stream.
All right, I'll call Carmen on her iPad, okay?
Okay, yeah, she's on her. She's on her phone. I'm very sorry.
Oh, yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea how unbelievable this is and how strange this is. And I'll explain to you later.
Sorry, your position.
No, it's
I hope everyone's okay, that you're okay.
I'll call you back. Thank you. Bye-bye.
This is the classic riverboat gambler hat from Miller Hats in Texas. Hey, what's up, boss?
Hi, Samantha.
Oh, yeah. Did you want a cup of hot coffee? Sorry. We'll just get a bottle of water for us.
So, while you're here, for this instance, that was
Hey, Jared.
unfortunate later.
I don't know if I reset the numbers or
Yeah,
not.
no, you already agreed to talk to us and everything, and that's great. We're
we
just
get your
gonna
thing
go
in the
over the
mail
rights she's
too.
gonna receive for you. As you
Busy weekend.
understand them, and just sign an initial, and then if you read the bottom and
Congratulations.
as you understand.
Oh, no, I haven't
Yeah, so
reset it
everybody
yet.
has the
There's
right
no
to
point
remain
resetting it
Anything
until
you
we
say
start a
may be
new one.
He, as people were mentioning here, he's played a lawyer in movies. He's played a lot of cop shows. He's allegedly a smart, intelligent man. This mother effer is right now being read his rights. If the police are reading you your rights, you're not just searching little additional information as to what happened. You're not a witness. You are now a suspect. He doesn't realize this. And listen to how casual, I want to go back and listen to this. Listen to how casually these sheriff's deputies here, let's call them cops. It's easier than calling them sheriff's deputies and whatnot. Listen to how easily these cops just say, just sign here to waive your basic frickin' constitutional rights against self-incrimination. Just sign here. It's just a formality. It's just, sign here, say you got all this. It's not important. Just sign down there and do this stuff, saying you understand it all. Nah, they don't make a big deal out of it. They just like, this is just some paperwork we got to get out of the way before we just have you clarify the situation. When they read your rights, it's time to shut the fuck up. It's time to STF you long before that. But if you haven't, now really is the time to do it. And to also realize you are not a witness. You are not there to give them information. You are officially a suspect.
Talk to us and everything, and that's
We just got to fill these documents and everything. Just sign. Listen to how beautifully they do this. This is grade A cop work here.
yeah. Yeah, you already agreed to talk to us and everything, and that's great. We're just gonna go over the rights she's gonna receive for you. As you understand them, and just sign an initial, and then if you read the bottom and agree to talk to us, it's fine. As you understand them. Yeah. So first one, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court or other proceedings. You have the right to consult with an attorney before making any statement or answering any questions, and you may have him or her present with you during questioning. You may have an attorney appointed to you to represent you if you cannot afford one or otherwise obtain one. If you decide to answer any questions now with or without a lawyer, you have the right to stop questioning at any time or stop questioning for the purpose of consulting a lawyer.
So my only question is, am I being charged with something?
No, we're just
not yet. My only question is, am I being charged with something? Not yet, but by the time you get done with this interview, they're well on their way to charging your ass. See, she's not lying. You're not being charged right now. And the fact that this is lost on this genius. I got to tell you, and I said it during the Hannah Gutierrez trial. I love these two ladies. They're just good at this. They are top notch at the Jedi mind trick here. They just Jedi mind tricked him into signing away his rights to remain silent. And then without skipping a beat, they Jedi mind trick him into thinking he ain't going to get charged for Swiss cheesing a woman. Chad, you're funny. That was his gut telling him to stop. Yeah, well, he wasn't listening to that. He was listening to his ego.
I don't know if I'm not worried because I'm like, yeah.
we have to do our job at
Just tell me
advising you your rights because is that investigation.
Just a formality to sign away your right to remain silent. It's just a mere formality, Mr. Baldwin, to sign away your constitutional right to remain silent and to not incriminate yourself. And you'll go, okay, let me sign right here.
Have to do it. You're here. We appreciate it.
What is it?
It is the 21st of October. Monday.
Have you had a
Well,
bad
what's
day?
interesting, not to digress on some commentary here, is that we've done this for 2 weeks and we did it the right way every day. Every day.
Here he is answering questions that he was never asked. They don't even have to ask his dumbass questions. He's just going to tell them. He's going to tell them what they want to know.
You're on set, you rehearse, they bring you what's called a cold gun. The gun is either completely empty, the chambers, or there is a cosmetic piece, so for alien specific, but if I'm pointing a gun across the camera, you want to see into the cylinder that there's material in there, cosmetic too. So those rounds are cosmetic rounds. They put them in and you rehearse, or even in a shot where you don't fire. They pull it out and you see there's some material inside the cylinder. They hand you a cold gun, no charges.
Yeah, there was material in the cylinder. It was called a live fucking round, dude. Bad Weather Biker with the $5, dropping the $5 super chat. Q, potentially criminal Sean, don't talk to the police. The police are not your friend. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. They'll tell you they are. They're not. They'll tell you they're just trying to help you. They ain't trying to help you.
Into a cold gun with nothing in it to rehearse. And then when you shoot, if you are shooting loads that are flash loads, they're usually in pre-dynamic capital, so flash is right. The sound is loud, louder, loudest. Full load is loudest. So if you're outside, you want a full load bang with a loud sound, or inside, you do a quarter load. Right before you shoot, if you preps, could put the earplugs in, some put headphones on. The camera's there, very open, there's a loose sight screen, but you're the camera operator, and there's the camera, so I should always shoot off there. You never shoot into the lens. And
well, you kind of did shoot towards the lens a little bit, didn't you? You never shoot towards the bang.
There's a flash and a sound. But now, I went to lunch. She disarmed me. I sat down.
She being
Hannah, the armaments person. She was always handling the guns for 99%. So I would, if I had a cosmetic rifle with no rounds, I would hand it to one of her assistants. I'm sitting there. She disarms me. We go to lunch. We come.
And again, note, he has not been asked a single damn question. They haven't. I'm sorry. They did ask him one question. Would you like some coffee? They have not asked a single question about the incident, and he's just off and running. He's off to the races all by his little old self. He couldn't sign his goddamn rights away fast enough.
Back to lunch, and they hand me the revolver, the Colt.
And I just like the name. It's not again.
They arm me, and you're assuming, as we've done every time, it's a Colt gun for the.
They armed me, and we're assuming, like we do every time, that it's a cold gun for the rehearsal. We are assuming. Hey, to be Flair, how you doing? Good to see you here. We're not checking. We're not checking. We're not investigating. We're not looking. We're not asking. We're just assuming it's unloaded because it's always unloaded. And that is exactly how accidents happen. That's why you have safety protocols. That's why you follow a regimen, so that you don't assume shit is the same as it's been the entire time. And he hasn't said that I was told it was a cold gun. He just assumed it was because it's always a cold gun.
And I put the gag in the shot through the camera because I have a coat and I have a holster, and I pull the coat over and I kind of cup my hands like I folded my hands. And I'm going to slowly sneak the revolver or the Colt out and turn and shoot these other guys who try to shoot.
You tried to, and you did.
I take the coat over the thing, and the camera's there. I believe, my recollection, she was there, turned a bit, like talking to him. So I think she was hitting the right armpit. But this is all I know, and that is that I take the gun out, the rehearsal, for the gun out, and then they take, like as it clears, as the barrel clears, I turn and cock the gun over here. I turn and cock the gun, the gun goes off. It's supposed to be a cold gun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cold gun, but guess what, Baldwin? It wasn't. And you are the very last person on Earth that could have prevented this from happening. You are the person, the only person out of all the characters, out of all the actors, out of every single human being on planet Earth, you are the one that pointed a gun in the direction of a woman and shot her. That is the textbook definition of involuntary manslaughter. I don't know how he expects to get off this. And I'll just say right now, for those of you that watch the Karen Reed trial, if for some reason there's a hung jury in this case, or if he walks, I will be more upset than I was with the Karen Reed thing. I'm just saying that right now. But all right, as we go along here, there's 5 things we have to remember. And those are the 5 basic rules of firearm safety. There's only 5, and they're redundant. Of these 5 rules, you break 1 rule, and nobody's going to get hurt. You break 2 of the rules.
Wow, Jared.
And still nobody's probably going to get hurt. You sort of kind of have to violate all 5 of these rules for anyone to be hurt with a firearm. The 5 basic rules of firearm safety are: 1, treat every gun as if it were loaded. Don't assume it's empty. Don't assume it's a cold gun. Don't assume anything. Assume the only thing that should be assumed is that it is loaded. Treat every gun as if it were loaded. 2, always point your gun in a safe direction. So he's violated 1. He didn't treat the gun as if it was loaded. 2, he violated that. He definitely did not point his gun in a safe direction. Pointing it at 2 people, at least, forget however many people he flagged as he was sweeping his arm across to point it at the camera. And he at least pointed it in a very unsafe direction. 3, never point your gun at anything you don't intend to shoot. Don't point them at people unless you really intend to kill them. Violated that one. Rule 4, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. He says he didn't have his finger on the trigger. We all know that is a flaming load of horseshit. Go look at the thumbnail for this video. The thumbnail, the picture that was what they're using for the camera test. It wasn't from the actual shooting. It was from earlier in the day. His finger is all over the goddamn trigger. And it would be all over the trigger this time. And again, the FBI ran so many tests on the gun to try to get it to go off in any other way than pulling the trigger that they sort of kind of damaged the gun, because they couldn't get it to do what he magically claimed it could do. His finger was on the trigger. No question in my mind. 5, be sure of your target and what's beyond. He broke that rule as well. He broke all 5 of the rules, and that's when people get hurt. So he's just in the first few minutes of this video, he has literally admitted to breaking all of the 5 basic rules of gun safety. All right, let's get back to him explaining how it's not his fault, even though he hasn't been asked if it was his fault.
Nothing. No flash charges, nothing. Now, this is a puzzle to me. This is making me very emotional.
Oh yeah, you seem emotional.
In my time, and I'm older now, but when I was younger and I was shooting guns and stuff, I've never seen a tactical flash round where the material went through someone's arm, that came out their body and hit somebody else in the shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if your department is prepared to go find out what comes out of his shoulder surgically. Is that a live round?
That's what we are actually looking
Is that a
at.
live round?
They're like, yeah, we're actually doing it right now. We'll be right back on that one. Stay tuned, Alec Baldwin, because we're going to tell you exactly what came out of his
I
shoulder.
don't think it's making sense otherwise.
Yeah.
It's in the arm, it comes out of her shoulder, goes into his shoulder, and he just showed me on the phone. I told him. He said, they showed me the x-ray, and the shape of the thing in my shoulder is the shape of a bullet. Now, all the rounds I was told, you need to verify that this is important. They take the gun, they
Alec, yeah, you're telling the police they need to verify what the rounds were in. You should have verified what rounds were in the gun before you. You shouldn't have been in there during rehearsal, but before you even pointed that gun at someone, you should have verified it. That was your job. That was your final responsibility. You were the person that could have stopped this. You were the last line of defense between Helena Hutchins being alive and her being dead.
and all the rounds that are in there were either dummy rounds, no flash, cold rounds, or rounds with a flash. In the rehearsal, there should have been nothing. It should have been a cold gun.
But there was, and you didn't even have to look down the barrel like an idiot. You could just look at the side, and you could see if there was something in the cylinders or not. Dude, oh my lord! I didn't get this off of this again. But the more I think about this, the angrier I get over the past 2 years.
There's no rounds inside or dummy rounds, cosmetic rounds, no flash. I take the gun out slowly. I turn on cock the pistol. Bang! It goes up. She hits the ground. She goes down. He goes down, screaming. He said, "Jesus Christ!" And I'm going. And I thought that maybe sometimes the wadding can come out because of a burn. 2 actors who killed themselves with guns, with theatrical guns, John Eric Hexon and Brandon Lee, they put the live round in, and I'm told even with the flash powder, you can cause contusions and you can do a brain bleed and die. We're supposed to die.
Right.
I think with Brandon Lee, there was a piece of material lodged in the thing that shocked him or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember vividly. But my point is, I've been doing this. I shot enough guns in my day in movies. I've never seen this. Wait.
People in chat, Vice Squad. I'm talking to you here. Don't be an Alec Baldwin. Don't do what Alec does. We're now 10 minutes into this interview, and he still has not been asked a single question by the police. Without being asked a single question by the police, he's already voluntarily, without being asked, that he didn't check the gun, he didn't know whether or not it was loaded, he pulled it out of his holster, he pointed it at 2 human beings, he cocked the weapon, and the weapon was discharged. He literally just admitted to shooting 2 people in front of the cops, and they didn't even ask him if he shot 2 people. They haven't even asked his name. They haven't even said what happened that day or where were you. They haven't asked a single question, and he's admitted to not checking his weapon, pointing it at a woman, pulling the trigger, and cocking the weapon and shooting someone. Don't be like Alec Baldwin. That's
for a lawyer.
This is bad.
Flash round. Because from my understanding is, can I have all your pen? My
Here, let me diagram it for you. He's asking them questions now. May I have a pen? May I draw you some pictures here? Oh my lord! This is why I said that I believe at this point, the 9:42 mark. Let's take off. What 5 minutes, 6 minutes for the
What
intro?
happened to a better
For
guy?
him talking on the phone. So we'll say in 3 or 4 minutes of this interview,
Sorry.
I think he's already talked himself into a conviction.
The pompous ass.
I think he's already lost his case long before he was charged. Without being
Jason,
asked
did you
a
send me
single question,
that email yet?
I think he's just proven himself.
Where you want the head sent?
Let
me see.
in a bullet.
I haven't even looked at my email.
Here's the thing with tin, and here's the bullet stuff. And here, when you have a cosmetic round, no flash, they drill a hole in the side of the brass.
Oh, and again, I apologize for stopping this again, but here he is explaining how to tell the difference between a live round, a dummy round, and a blank round. He is sharing his expertise with these type of rounds. He's sharing his vast cinema. I got half bottle of wine in me. With his cinematographic. There we go. Background. He's sharing his wealth of knowledge on the subject. And again, for those of you that don't know, currently we've got 725 people here. So some of you may not know this. His father was a high school shooting coach. His father was a high school shooting coach, and his father was such a long-term immersive shooting coach that quite literally, Alec Baldwin's father died of lead poisoning from shooting and handling so many rounds and breathing all of the particles and stuff. That's how much Alec has been around weapons. His father died of lead poisoning from handling and breathing around bullets, and he's got all this cinematic history. He's explaining his area of expertise. He's explaining how to tell the difference between dummy rounds, blank rounds, and live rounds. Well,
Chopper,
let's see what he says later.
thank you
about
so
his
much.
expertise.
Because you did come in third.
A cosmetic round. There's nothing in there. There's no powder.
Perfect.
And but when you have a flash round, and you have and there's stuff in there, wadding and powder to make the charge.
I'll send it to him. He'll end up giving it to his son, but
clay or some material.
that's cool.
Cigarettes. So what you have is
Thank you very much,
there's
JC.
there's no projectile.
Mhm.
And what I'm curious about is what came out of that bullet that went through her body and into her shoulder.
That's pretty powerful.
Now, some people say you can lodge material in the barrel accidentally. I'm wrong. Something that happens, which is why every time we've done this, I'm here to tell you, to testify that every time we've done this, she's done it right. She cleaned the barrel, made sure nothing was lodged in there. We went hot when the radio wasn't out. It's going out. Crew gets ready. And then all of a sudden, you're the camera, and I shoot away from you. I'm like, bang, bang, bang. Flashes are coming out. We shoot the rounds.
All right, this is a station break here. We've got a couple super chats, but I want to give someone a chance to answer here. Carol Sanders says this is so funny, so much misinformation, complete fallacy. What is the misinformation and what is the fallacy? I'm game. Share with me the misinformation and the complete fallacy. I'm curious. And please use all caps so I can see it here in chat while I read the other super chats. Damocles of Syracuse, keep your booger hook off the bang switch. Exactly. Thank you so much, Damocles. And Joe Pottinger, I assume that the defense won't be allowed to subpoena Hannah G as a witness, Patsy. They may very well call her as a witness. But she has credibility problems right now. Chris Rowland, member for 5 months. At the end of the day, no matter what SAG says about actors not being responsible, Alec Baldwin was the last person holding the weapon. He's responsible. Correct. Can't argue with that. You're straight up spitting facts there. Anna Pekarsky, the $5 super sticker. Bravo. It's a little Sheena Ibu Bravo. Junkin Idaho with the $5. Thank you so much, brother. They've got a whole army of people outside the door. They're waiting with extra pens, papers, legal pads, crayons. The man needs to get it to him. Exactly. Whatever the man needs, get it to him. Exactly. Elsie Maris says there's already been indications she won't testify on the stand. Squizgar says, while I agree he was negligent, the gun rules are not absolute. If they were, you could never carry or work on guns. You'll have to break them from time to time in various situations. That's why they're redundant. That's why you can quite literally violate you can violate 4 of the 5 rules of gun safety, and you're still not going to hurt anybody. You literally have to break all 5 of them. So apparently we're never going to get to the mystery of what is a complete and utter fallacy. All right, she had her chance, Carol, you had. Oh, there we are, Carol Sanders. Single action triggers can stick or be obstructed. Cowboy loaded rounds can mimic dummy rounds and might not have been detectable. Absolutely incorrect. This gun completely does not do that. If the way this gun is set up, if you pull it back less than a quarter of a cock, it doesn't have the force to set off the rounds. If you pull it back more than a quarter of a cock, there's a safety bar and there's a safety latch that it gets caught on. And the only way you will release it is if you pull the trigger. And the same with half cock and full cock. If it goes past half cock and you just let go of the hammer, it will go back to the half cock position. If you pull it all the way back, again, you have to pull the trigger. And cowboy loaded rounds can mimic dummy rounds. What the hell is a cowboy loaded round? There are live rounds, there are dummy rounds, and there are blank rounds. Live rounds are completely different. Dummy rounds will either have a hole drilled in the side of them, or they will have a few BBs that rattle around inside of them. And normally the primers are removed or already indented. A blank round will not have a projectile on the top. You can take a blind person. You can take a blind person into a room in the dark, a blind person in the dark who was wearing a blindfold, and they can easily tell the difference between the various types of weapons. Ian Runkle did an experiment with a friend of his who had never held bullets in her life. Gave her a quick, brief lesson, and she was able to sort the bullets very, very easily. That's why they're done that way. And they couldn't replicate that with the weapon, says Matt. Yeah, that's what we just talked about. The cowboy loaded is when you put your gun on horseback. Yeah, literally, the FBI did what they said he did, and they couldn't get it to fire. They tried banging it with mallets. They tried pounding it on things. They tried everything they could, and it would not discharge the way he said it to. It absolutely functioned, absolutely perfect and correctly. The only way that would discharge was with his finger on the trigger, which is what he had on there. He was totally fanning it, or he had his trigger pulled and he pulled it back with his thumb, or we don't know, but his finger was on the trigger. There is no question about that. All right, enough of that. Debunked. Let's go.
She cleans the barrel, every time, because she checks that the rounds are all cosmetic rounds, or nothing in the chamber for the rehearsal. She hands me the gun. I'm assuming she's done it the right way. She's done it the last 2 weeks. I put it in the holster. I pull it out slow. We're rehearsing. I'm not filming anything. I pull it out slow, turn, cock the pistol, bang, it goes up, and she hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts screaming. And I'm thinking, in a flash round, I could see maybe if there was wadding, there's some stuff like that's hot, and maybe it hit you and burned you, and then they say something like that. But remember, we're rehearsing, so no one's protected.
It's all supposed to be this one, cosmetic one.
Or nothing.
Or nothing.
But the rehearsal, the gun is normally empty.
Mm.
But my point is that they were standing in positions they wouldn't ordinarily be in, because they assumed it was an empty, cold gun. We weren't shooting, we were rehearsing. That's a vital difference. So if she's here, if the camera's here.
She has literally just asked her first question, which was, so it was supposed to have been this kind of round that you very helpfully drew a picture of. That's the only question she's asked so far. Anything out here now? Let me diagram the crime scene for you. I know I've already admitted to assuming it wasn't loaded, pointing a loaded weapon at a human being, pulling the trigger, and Swiss cheesing her and plugging the other dude behind her. But now that I've done that, let me diagram the crime scene for you.
Sorry.
And she's standing here talking, and I'm on a bench here, and Joel's behind her. And this guy is not proportionate because obviously the camera's as big as her body. But I draw the gun slowly and aim off camera, and there's supposed to be nothing in there. So she's not protecting herself and standing off. I'm shooting in a direction.
It's Helena's fault, everybody. Did you hear that? She wasn't protecting herself from the non-loaded gun. He just literally said she wasn't protecting herself by standing off to the side. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
Joel's behind her. And this guy is not proportionate because obviously the camera's as big as her body. But I draw the gun slowly and aim off camera, and there's supposed to be nothing in there. So she's not protecting herself and standing off.
She's not protecting herself and standing
I'm
off to the
shooting in a
side.
direction, and everybody's supposed to be to that side of the camera. There's nobody in my line.
This is such bullshit. This is such absolute horseshit. He's literally just blaming her for being in the line of his gunfire. It's not his responsibility to point the weapon in a safe direction. Bitch got in my way when I was pulling the trigger of the gun that wasn't supposed to be loaded. That's what he just said. We're only 57 minutes into this, but fuck you, Alec Baldwin.
Nobody. And so when I shoot the gun, so in the rehearsal, I'm assuming I have an empty gun, and the gun goes up. She's right in front of me. She's as far from me as I am from the difference between maybe you and the door.
Okay. So very close proximity.
Which is it was a very tight shot. Okay. The shot was here. Of me, not of me, it's of me pulling the guns from me, so we turn cock.
Okay.
And she's right there, vulnerable, in a position she wouldn't ordinarily be if we were shooting. And just then, boom, she hits the ground.
That's the third or fourth time he's blamed her for being in his goddamn way. And then, it says, calm down, legal advice. Says, why are you so mad? I hope you're being facetious. I'm so mad because he shot a woman. He killed a woman because he's an arrogant fucking prick. That's why I'm mad. And he's not taking responsibility, and he's literally blaming the woman that is dead. He doesn't know, by the way, he doesn't know she's dead yet. He's going to find that out in a little bit. He's literally blaming the woman he shot for being in his damn way.
All right, I'm going to back you up just a little bit, okay? How long have you been on set?
I arrived Monday the 11th.
Good.
Okay.
I started my fittings, and they were shooting the week before.
And the 11th of October?
Monday the 11th, I flew in from New York. I flew from New York to Denver, Denver to Albuquerque.
Right.
There's no direct
We'll
flight to
pause
Denver
this.
from Albuquerque here. Rehearsed and
68 Shots is live with James Freeman.
Drop their nuts, we're all doomed.
I'm out here with 68 Shots, AFA, and James Freeman. What's up, hey Jack? What's up, PayPal me? James is over there.
Yeah, I think we're maybe walk across the street might get a better angle.
We can find out.
I'm not sure I can live crossing the street, but I can try.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking cops.
All right, I'm going for it. This man, oh no, this guy's gonna kill me immediately. Stepped off the curb.
There was a mistrial, so
They're letting her
prosecution
go.
says they're going to retry it. So lots more drama.
It's quite a crowd gathering here for see what's going on. I've never seen that cop. That's a new cop. He's like brand new.
This is actually 68 Shots channel. Here, let me drop the link.
We are in Battle Creek, Michigan, specifically Urbandale, getting near the edge of Bedford Township and Battle Creek Township.
The one that's going through all that shit with this guy.
We got
Calhoun
this
County.
guy is like
prosecutor.
ready for something serious here. How's it going, man? You on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube. Like, do I got a channel?
Yeah, sure.
No, not YouTube. Channel?
Yeah, sure.
No, not YouTube.
All right, you got anything you want to tell everybody in Battle Creek, man?
Welcome to Battle Creek. I mean, it's been happening since I was a kid, really.
What do you hear? What's going on here?
Nothing really. I mean, I live all the way down close
Okay.
to Galesburg, and I'm just trying to go pick up a part for my car. So
I gotcha, brother. Well, God bless with it.
yeah.
I don't know what is happening here. I don't know why the tank vehicles are out back.
We did, but I think we just pulled him. I mean, are you on the waiting list for Electropack? Well, let's be. I mean, did they say it was cool for you to be able to come back? We'll have to submit your name anyway.
These cops out.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't much. You know, there's like 300 Battle Creek cops.
Did you work with us before?
I think that if I remember, I think this is the second biggest department in the state of Michigan, and that's 12 million people. So.
It was the DECO probably when it was COVID time.
They have more military vehicles. They've got a whole separate lot where they park their military vehicles.
Your name? Let's see. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you read your phone number to me, and I'm going to send you a link.
Y'all go like and subscribe to Big Man Audits.
I want them right away.
James Freeman.
So what's a good
They're
number?
here defending your rights and protecting your freedoms. Like and subscribe to Josh Abrams. Oh, he's down there getting police taped off from the scene, it looks like.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. This is. I mean, by doing what we're doing today, we'll get you in our system and get you onboarded. That way, you'll be pipelining for them.
Just
But you'll
clarifying
also
the
be ready
boundaries, I suppose.
We do get those. So I'm going to send you a text right now. Let me know if you get it.
It looks like they're making a formation off to the left flank there. I think they might be going like some kind of an entry maneuver.
Get that? Okay. So once you're done, just reply to that text. Let me know you're done, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, just shoot me a text.
Yeah, somebody said that there was
phones get
4 of
super
those
busy here.
SWAT
Sometimes
vehicles.
we're not able to get to them, but when you text everybody in the office, it's easy. Okay. All right. So keep that text number. No problem. Bye.
Oh yeah, we got the eyes in the skies.
Thanks. He's a good guy.
Drone coverage. We got cops wearing helmets. Not motorcycle cops. We got non-motorcycle cops wearing helmets. No, I said we got non-motorcycle cops wearing helmets. I'm just wondering what the hell. It like must be a bulletproof, like a ballistic helmet.
my seat over there. I tried to make a AFA new plan. He told him.
As far as specific location, Ginger and everybody, we are like nearly kitty corner from the Urbandale Plaza. We're right here on West Michigan, real near the borderline between Bedford and Battle Creek. Apparently somebody has an overdue library book here. He has an overdue library book here. Possibly an ordinance violation. I think they may have done some remodeling without permission. No, we have no idea what's happening here. We're just filling in with commentary right now. We certainly hope it's not anything to where it'd be insensitive to be talking about. We have no idea though. You know, the thing is the recording's always a good idea, people, because if it's right, it's right. If you're recording, whoever's in the right's being protected. We still got the drone up here, keeping the eye in the sky location. Oh, they've already tore a door off? Okay. Oh, it's using a robotic arm right now, yeah. I hope we're out of explosives range.
Looks like they're sticking bad inside of
Does anybody know? Is this a pretty normal neighbor? You know, like, don't know? Okay. Well, one neighbor says that there's been a lot of police activity here lately, but nobody here in the crowd right here really knows what exactly is this is all about right now. It does definitely look like this group of officers is maintaining some kind of an entry force position. Got the officer in the helmet. Sworn officers. I'm not sure on that one. I do have had over 200 before. Maybe a number's down right now. Recruitment is low, maybe. But thanks for keeping me accurate. I'll always give me all the freshest, most updated intel you possibly can. I sure always appreciate it.
you. You know it ain't gonna be me.
So we have a police military style vehicle with a robotic arm dismantling an RV in the backyard. I'm hoping there is no explosives danger. We really don't have any cover here.
Yeah, big man's live too. Thank you.
I think Josh might have gone on around the corner. Or did they keep him?
This camera looks better.
I hope to God they didn't just detain him. But their scanner's encrypted here, so I can't get anything on the scanner. Is that S5? Huh?
One of my old line crew drove by.
Yeah, AFA went around the corner over there. Hopefully they ain't over there messing.
Go ahead and call this a standoff. It's definitely dragging out. Is this winding down now?
Whoever it is still in that RV or something.
Or maybe nothing was in there?
Well, see, they said they flew a drone inside the RV.
They flew the drone inside
They
the RV?
flew a mini drone inside the RV. So I'm wondering if when they flew that drone in the RV, they didn't see nothing.
We got the big drone.
Yeah, they flew like some kind of mini drone inside the door of the RV.
It came back out, though, didn't it?
I think so. I think my. Just tag offenders. Yeah, just did it. Yeah, see. They probably got a heat.
I got enough.
Yeah, they also probably have like a heat, like a thermal imaging on it too. So. Yeah, James Freeman's over here with me. AFA is somewhere else around the corner, so hopefully he's all right over there. I'm gonna go check here in a minute. Yeah, 68 shots is over here. Yeah, 68 shots. 68. 68.
They were doing this before yesterday?
No, there was yesterday with the garbage truck.
68. What's up, Toe? Toe for life.
Hello.
68 shots. I say hi. 68
nice
shots, everybody.
rig he's got there. Let's see if Bell Creek pull up the scanner for him.
You know,
Since it's encrypted, but a lot of times it doesn't matter. You can get it.
I didn't even know. Roll.
County.
Oh no, they're still making
Yeah,
them
I don't have it.
back there, so I don't know. I know they're still making them now. So
It's the fire departments.
well, accountability. AFA's over there solo. He took off by himself.
Zero inspector. On camera, as a matter of fact, the 300 officer.
BANANDR.
Yeah, I should have.
Then you open the segment.
Well,
You
you
never
got
drive for me though.
Freeman's right there with 68. So
That guy's selective law enforcement at best.
what, the guy in the blue?
Biggest guy right there in front of the red truck right now.
Selective.
Sergeant Bell. He doesn't see any crimes that happen against me.
Is that Batman?
No,
Okay.
no, it's just one of the old guard.
It says John Denicola says Sergeant Bell is blind. That's why he don't see damage. I can't answer right now.
Yeah, I know it's hard to always.
Well, AFA's calling me and I can't answer his call.
Yeah, where is he? Did you get locked up?
I don't know. I'm gonna go make sure he's all right. Oh, what they just do? Oh, they shot a dog, dude. They're shooting a fucking dog. They just seriously shot a dog. What the fuck?
It didn't sound like a gunshot.
They usually do. The favorite thing to do is to shoot dogs. The worthless ass animal control and 10 cops has to shoot a dog.
I don't know.
I know AFA's calling me. I'm gonna call AFA's been calling me, so I'm gonna go see.
Yeah, fucking bullshit, man. Is AFA live?
So it's for a dog fight.
Well, they just shot a dog with a fucking rubber bullets.
Did they really?
Yeah. It's a dog fighting ring. Yeah, all of us got it on film.
No static recording. The rubber bullets, so hopefully it means they didn't kill
They
it.
came to respond for the dog fight and found out they had a warrant. The people in the house back and so guys hold up. Let's say stepson's inside and they're making them stay there. So they're moving everybody else because they're afraid we're all going to get shot. So they're telling people to stay right in front of these guys. Yeah, he's not armed.
There's basically a guy trying to keep his dog from getting put down, it sounds like. The dog's not.
He had a warrant.
He's got a warrant. It's the warrant over the dog.
No, separate warrant.
They're having them come out, I think, to check on that dog.
He's gonna get the dog.
Yeah, they shot it with rubber bullets, dude.
Well, the one cop said to the other one over there, he goes, I think we got to shoot him.
You really think the dog's gonna come up to a bunch of armed thugs with rubber bullets? Like,
Got the dog. Good. Good.
There was two. There's this one.
This guy shot point blank. How did he miss? This
He was far away. Yeah,
that's the dog they shot.
Dog, brother.
That's the dogs that they shot with a rubber bullet. That's crazy.
There's another dog. You're welcome, dude. It's smaller one.
Accountability Amplified said, "Don't be stupid and wander off by yourself."
What you saying?
Don't be stupid and wander off by yourself.
Did you see where I was?
No.
Bro, I was on top of that man's truck.
Oh, I thought you were over. We thought you went that way.
No, he was like, bro, come over here. There's a much better view. So I was standing on top of that guy's truck.
we thought you took off that way. We're like, I was like, oh, this dude, I said, he's about to get himself hemmed up.
Well, no, they were like, they have the long gun. You might get shot. You need to move back. And I was like, well, you need to put up crime scene tape. And he said, it took him 10 minutes to put up the crime scene tape.
What's up, Oso? Yeah, that dog they just took inside the house is the one that shot with rubber bullets.
They hit that dog?
Yeah, they shot it with rubber bullets, dude.
The dog defended its own property. They shoot it?
Yeah.
Good shit.
Good job. Cops give you the scoop?
Huh?
The cops tell you what was going on?
No, I think that lady has something going on with the police because she had all the information.
The first cop when I walked up told me.
Did it?
Vibrating my windows. Easy. Yeah, I like some bass once in a while. Jesus
I
Christ.
walked up.
Address.
Well, he had a badge on his hip. I'm like, so you're trying to read it. Like, what's it? I was like, it's like, did I just stand beside a police impersonator? Like, security on it, but.
And you'll hear about it from the mainstream news after they ask us for it.
$1,000.
I haven't heard James' voice.
So when we were standing over there, AFA and 68 Shots were having a competition on how big their pool came out.
Nanner's pull is always biggest.
Nanners is?
Yeah, he came out to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you cross the street safely." And but we, I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, thank you, though. I'll talk to you later."
What's up, Kurt Bronson?
Justin's famous all over this place.
What's up, Frank Pants? Country Diva. Oh, they already ripped the door off of the damn RV with their tank.
They ain't going after him.
Huh?
Did they get him?
No, they ripped the door off of the RV and sent in a drone inside the RV, and then they took the drone out and still made announcements. So I don't know if there's somebody in there or what. They're making announcements now.
The guys, they ripped the door off. They sent the drone inside the RV, and they told him to come on out. He might be just taking food. So what happened, guys? They swapped the door off, and they sent the drone in. They were scoping out. Guys go in there.
Well, there's a canine cop showing up, so it looks like they might be sending a dog in
so
there.
they just shot the neighbor's dog, and now they're going to get their own dog shot.
That dude wearing fucking headphones or what?
I don't know. Your fault?
Oh no, that's one of them microphones that they could talk to each other. It's looking like they might be sending a dog in there. Well, this isn't all you guys are going to see today. I'm going to be going live a couple more times today, so we got some stuff planned. Thanks, Amplified. I appreciate it. Much love. So this is all over some dogs. This is all over some dogs. Then they found out the person had a warrant.
Yeah, I think the other guy maybe fought with this guy's dog, and then they ran the name.
Oh. Yeah, every day unindoctrinated.
Put in the pack.
It's like he's losing signal here. He had the best picture.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Back. Yeah, so every now and then, even G in full bars. Indoctrination, that's right.
There's a ton of people living in
The dog owner said they were here. Oh, this person's dog, and then after they found out that one of the dog owners had a warrant. They're not complying, so it's resulted in.
$52.10, $3.89. Thanks for the follow. The Rumble. Yeah. It's always, there's very few occasions when it's not a mistake.
How
As I keep learning every time I
close are you to
deal with it myself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this person just in the middle of the road.
Really broke it up. I'm gonna get this graded pretty soon.
Whatever you want. No, they're just, you don't want to come out, so now they're going to take you.
So Chamberlain, a couple of guys going in it.
Well, there's a SWAT vehicle in the back, so they probably got about $100,000 at work right now.
Is there a weapon involved?
No, the guy. There you go.
Trying to get a SWAT unit down the road.
Hey man, stop! You don't have permission. No.
Hey, look at me, I'm a big man audience.
Don't record me.
I'm taking the dog out to leash.
In Taco's house.
Oh yeah. No, I've got money. I got 5 on it.
Hell no.
Don't be aggressive here. Just trying to be friendly.
Man. What's he doing? He's checking messages or something. I think that's what that is. Because he's got a good signal. Somebody's calling his phone.
Thumbs up. Sorry about the sir. It's kind of iffy out here. So
It's just also important that they know for free. When I was big man audits before.
and if AFA was Chuck Bronson.
You mean Cash App, Chuck?
Shooting dogs, shooting, like potentially going to be shooting people.
I need to see the clip of them shooting that poor dog.
That's weird.
Looks like they might be trying to break into the back of the RV now.
Every person that's come up to me here has been anti-police. They're like, "Oh, I hope he's not unarmed." They like to shoot the unarmed. Or that guy was like, "Oh, they're wasting all this money for a guy that doesn't want to come out of it." No one seems to like them.
I agree. Like, so AFA just made a good point. It seems like everyone that's come up is not pro cop.
No, and it's a wide range of people. The passersby. One of the lady that gave me information, I'm pretty sure she works for the police or something because she had like all the information for the tactical units and everything.
Yeah, it seems like they're more anti-cop here than pro-cop. So,
oh yeah. Tell your audience last night how we caught you in a tutu with a loofah.
Yeah, so last night these guys caught me in a tutu with a loofah.
And we called it a tutufa.
And a tutufa?
Hey guys, that's Justin Shots from 68 Shots. Say what up, Justin.
What's up?
So Justin is famous out here. It seems that the majority of the Creek is anti-cop, but everyone is also pro-Justin. I got to stand up in some guy's pickup truck. Just they were like, "Oh, is that Justin?" I was like, "No, that's James." And I was like, "Recognize James and not me?" And they're like, "I don't know who James is, but that's James." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm with him." He's like, "Oh, come on up here. Get on up in the trailer. Much better view."
What's up, Kay Stevenson?
This guy's has to do the whole race.
They left the dog in the house.
Do it.
They told him.
The guy that owns the house.
Yeah, they told him to stay inside the house. They wouldn't let him out.
Jody MJ says he's not supposed.
Are they honking on the tank?
I'm trying to wonder why they put that. Side tipping that fucking thing over or what?
No, it's got. They plan on the dog.
Oh, that yeah. There's an event open.
There's an event. Haven't you seen these before?
Oh yeah.
They like to do acrobatic.
Somebody's getting paid to fly that drone this whole time.
I'm pretty sure it's that firefighter that keeps walking around.
What's up, Brian?
They got the guy out of the house, so they're ready to gain entry.
All right, guys, I got to send out a mass text here, copying over all these numbers.
He's in Michigan years and he doesn't trust the.
I've been here.
I've been here 51 years. I don't know, 54.
You feel about the cops here?
Used to be bad, but since they did that raid on them,
I'm going to check.
They're approaching.
Since they did that internal raid with the FBI and the new police chief, it's been all. I mean, I ain't never had no problems with them.
Again.
And everyone like, oh, they're going to shoot another unarmed person.
Around 14-year-old black female. 120 pounds, Sunday, wearing a sweatpants, or gray hoodie, and flip-flops. 3 splits, they go to the place lead, east side, and 5725 Silver Side, 1838 West Alexis Road, time is 11:44.
Shots' video is working better now.
Maybe tear gas. I don't see the formation. Oh, they're going in. They're going in. Looks like they all withdrew again. Still got a sniper in the turret. Hey, bro, you mind if I come into your yard? Thank you, bro. There's the community looking out for everybody. That's how this community does. I was proud to see my community looking out for that dog, make sure that dog didn't need to have to be shot unnecessarily. We got to put a stop to that from law enforcement shooting dogs for no reason. So you give us any intel here, brother?
I'm just trying to find out. I wish I could be in the backyard, but they told me that they would arrest me if I stayed back there.
They told you if you go in your own backyard, you get arrested, huh?
Yeah, they said I'm interfering with investigation.
Interfering with investigation. Doesn't seem like looking should be interfering.
That's what I thought.
Man, oh man, that was some kind of a tank they got back there.
Yeah.
So they threw looked like maybe a tear gas or flashbang or something in there?
Something. I thought they were running in. There was 4 or 5 of them that were at the door, but then backed up.
Huh. So what I've heard so far is this was supposedly started over a dog fight?
Really?
Like a dog put in their dog or something and they were coming over?
There is a white dog. It's a furry one. I'm not really sure what kind, but he got out of the yard a few weeks back, and the animal control came over trying to take him, but they weren't allowed to get him. I'm not sure if the dog just went in the yard and never came out.
Right.
But I think that's why they came back. It looks like the animal control is over there for that reason. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it's getting more and more common where a very nothing little issue somehow quickly snowballs into like SWAT team and all that.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest with you, I think it might be a little bit of a situation where the old problem of when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah.
And I think when you are trained for years on situations that are like warfare style situations,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interfering with their ability to do civilian police work.
Yeah.
I mean, when I grew up, if people had a fuss over somebody's dog,
Yeah, the points don't mean anything right now anyway.
Called the dog catcher on or
She's
something
just
like
being
that.
goofy
They
with
didn't
you.
wind up with a SWAT team coming out.
That's what I thought.
Contest ended Sunday. Officially, Jared, of course, got first place. He got the $50 Coffee Brand coffee gift
I mean, it's
card.
like, yeah, people are emotional about their dogs. News at 11, like surprise,
PC won
surprise.
second, but is
They've been there
donating
for a
the
while. I want to say
hat
it's 2 hours
to
now.
Wow.
Chopper since JC doesn't wear hats. That's where we're at.
They're trying to wait till everybody quits looking and puts their phones up. They're like just a little bit longer.
Okay. They logged it off. They came over and took their yard off.
So are you Bedford Township here or Battle Creek Township? Do you know?
Are we Bedford or Battle Creek? Battle Creek Township.
Pretty close to the border, I know.
Yeah, we're not far off.
Well, what else new and exciting is happening in Battle Creek everybody needs to know about? Not much?
Sure.
Not enough?
Yeah, not sure. I think to myself.
You hear much about this Chinese battery plant going in Marshall?
No, I have not.
Oh, you'll have to look up about that, bro. They call it the mega site.
Okay.
They just gave 2,500 acres of land over there in Marshall and $1.7 billion to China. China Ford to put in a electric car battery plant there.
Wow.
Yeah, it seems like the height of corruption, really,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
2,500 acres?
2,500 acres is like a city, bro. They're expected to be using 750,000 gallons of water a day out of our aquifer.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah, he said you can. Well, they taped that off after I walked over here?
Yeah, they did.
Oh. I was gonna say I did not walk I did not walk past anything. They taped me in, bro.
I see that.
Oh.
They're just gonna wait till he passes out from heat stroke, I suppose.
Something.
I think it's working. What's he got? Nothing.
Wow. And I'll be all right. Oh.
I'm all right. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Do you know who James Freeman is?
No, I do not.
Okay, he's got a really big YouTube channel.
Okay. How's it going?
Hey, thanks, man. I
Yeah, no
appreciate it.
problem, man.
You got a better angle over there. I only came over here because he's trying to take off your private property, which you can't do.
Yeah.
Did he threaten you too?
Yeah. They told me they were going to take me to jail.
For if you didn't go in the house?
Yeah.
He's not allowed to look from his own backyard.
You ever heard of the YouTube channel Lackluster?
Have.
Have you seen a lot of his videos?
I have.
You know how he got started doing this?
No.
Doing what he does?
No.
He was doing exactly what you were. He's standing out on his porch during a SWAT raid.
Okay.
And they told him, go inside your house or I'm going to arrest you. And I don't remember if he ended up going in. I think they arrested him.
Okay.
And he won a lawsuit.
Yeah. I'm already back in the house right now, and I can't afford to go to jail.
Oh, you put the kids
Yep.
first.
Yeah.
Big man. I appreciate
I've
that.
done the same thing.
You'd be a dad.
Or I'd be in the backyard still over there looking over the fence. The guy on the intercom got over and started telling me that he was going to take me to jail after they got done with the warrant.
For being in your backyard?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to leave him alone now. This is serious.
You mind if I go live right here?
Yeah,
Live
dude.
stream here?
Sorry, I got quite a mess here in the backyard.
No,
That's
dude,
more than what
it's
we're going to do.
Do you mind being on camera?
I'd prefer not to.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
cool. All right. I wanted to tell you what just happened to you. Happened to a dude who now has 1.5 million subscribers, where all he does is publish stuff about these pieces of crap, because this is what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, if all they were
Picking
doing
up
is fighting
shields.
crime, great. But when you want to bully innocent people,
Yeah, it's horrible
I
picture.
told him, I said, you should be more worried about the situation over here than what I'm doing.
yeah.
And
Well, they're not going to go back empty.
Hey, sir. Hey, sir. Y'all got permission to come on your property? All right.
Well, I understand we got a good reason to be here. So, I don't have anything wrong with that. No, I'll bully the innocent people. Yeah.
That's funny. They tried to block off your driveway.
Yeah. You don't want no one over there.
So it sounds like though, James, that this is all about the dog. So he's saying that he's got a warrant, but it sounds like he got the warrant because of the dog.
There's no situation so petty. Nobody
Yeah, it was pretty bad. He's still not doing good.
I mean, they could just drop it
Oh.
and somebody's in court, right? Huh? What? Yeah, we can see better over there. I only came over here because they said I can't. Really? Or they tried to.
Yeah, they got 2 SWAT trucks out there.
Yeah, the view is better where we were at.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just. He was all right. I was seeing that.
So they got a SWAT truck right there, and then a SWAT truck over there.
In case they tried to like fuck with him on his own property for standing on his own property.
Yeah. Which one was it? Was it
The guy that some guys in the car, he was the one that was more or less telling me to go inside, and then the guy on the intercom, I'm not sure whoever one was over there, was the one that
He
told
told
me.
the other one, I got it on camera. He said, didn't decide we were going to arrest him. He's also the same guy that people would.
the guy standing outside of the car or sitting inside the car?
I know. So that guy standing up was the one giving him shit. The other guy with purple stripes, he was the one that said, I think we're just going to shoot.
One of my neighbors there on Wabaskin, their kids found a stray dog. Kids played with the dog all afternoon while they tried to find the owners, never found the owners, wound up calling animal control, said, we can't find the owners.
Someone say, asked to get on the trampoline, you can bounce and get a better view.
Shot the kids about 5 feet, shot the dog about 5 feet away from the kids. The dog, they said, was tongue out, being nice.
What'd they say? Did you ask them if they really told somebody they couldn't be on their own property?
I'm going to ask him now.
I'm about to walk up and ask them.
We do. We're always at it.
So Freeman's with me, accountability for all is with me, and 68 shots.
Let me show real quick. I'm gonna copy some names over, and then I'm gonna.
There's the fire department back there on standby. What's up, Toaster? Trying to cross the street here in a minute. Got the fire department back there. Huh? Oh, I know, right? Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you.
Not a problem. Yeah. And then I got all of the t-shirts and everything.
Rascal, get back here.
And
You and your
They could be here for hours. Yeah, I know.
all right, guys, they're going to be here for hours. So,
All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this real
Show me a
quick.
jail report. Where's that?
We got some other stuff planned, so make sure y'all hit that bell for your notifications. If you haven't subscribed,
link.
subscribe.
We'll go back to this.
Make sure you give that.
So that was in October, correct?
That was Tuesday the 12th. Yeah. I flew on the 11th, rehearsed on the 12th, started shooting the 13th, Wednesday the 13th.
Okay.
We shoot a Wednesday through Sunday schedule. We're off Monday, Tuesday.
So the entire time you've been on set, have you seen the same armor?
And our crew.
How many people are on the crew?
My guess is that right there, this is three.
Okay.
All young women.
Okay.
Hannah and two other women.
Get you pulled up here.
All right.
And very often their task with me was we're not shooting every day.
Have you worked with us before?
They dressed me with my holster, my knife. This was filmed in 1888, so I'm armed with the classic weaponry of the cowboy.
Okay.
And so they would try to dress me.
If
You know, 85% of their task is to make sure I'm dressed.
The last four?
The armors?
The armorers, well, the armorers, wardrobe doesn't necessarily, they sometimes trade back and forth, but wardrobe doesn't necessarily deal with my holster.
Okay.
And the knife, that's a problem. The armorer, Hannah, and her team, they deal with the knife and that being lash proper, so it looks proper.
Okay.
And the holster.
Okay.
So the
And
wardrobe, as much as it was props, as much as it was armaments.
do you know Hannah's last name?
No.
Do you know what she looks like?
Doesn't have a fucking clue what his armorer's last name is. The dude who is literally responsible for his own life and safety and the safety and lives of others who are carrying weapons on set. Can't be bothered to learn her last name. Why would he need to know the names of the peons there? Duncan, I know the $5, Jeff. You don't understand. Those guns sometimes pull their own triggers. So much misinformation. I know, right?
Still,
Stupid guns. People don't kill people. Guns kill people. JKD buck 76, cold gun as opposed to cold cut. Both can fit on bread, both be deadly. Just ask Mama Cass.
Tell you what, just so there's no mistake.
Yeah, multicolored hair,
Can you
glasses,
text me, that way I can copy it over?
not too tall. Everyone knows her pretty well because her father's very famous armor. He's had guns in movies for decades. He's very well.
Her father is one of the most famous armorers, if not the most famous armorer in film history. Everybody knows her father. His father has done this for decades, but I don't know what her name is. Dumbass, please. How about exactly, Boosh? How about Reed? Does that ring any fucking bells, dude?
All right.
Okay.
She's the daughter of this famous gun guy, movie gun guy.
And what about the other girls in her
I
crew?
don't remember their names.
Okay. Do you know what they look like?
A blonde, thin, not too short, like a medium height, and brunette, someone on the shorter side, maybe the same height as Hannah, brunette, and also there's when you go back and look at it, they're wearing a mask most of the time on set.
Aussie Overlord says guns don't kill people. Apes
You
with
don't
guns
have
kill
to
people.
actually do a new application and
Ape
send
has
me
never killed
just
ape,
send you something.
let alone an
Text
ape
me your
child.
email.
Wanted to do that. But I've seen it within that.
You should receive it in a
All right. What time did you guys start today?
I don't know what time they started. I came in slightly later, but they had a couple of shots without me in the morning, so I came in.
Okay, just when you're done, I'm gonna send you a text back with an explanation of what you need to do next.
All right.
Okay?
And then
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for a chance to use that somewhere.
Okay.
anything abnormal in the day, or should I say, who handed you your weapon in the day? Handed it. Okay. And physically handed it or
Handed it to me.
Okay.
She would show me the gun.
Okay.
Or she'd say, cold gun. She'd say, test it, or some language to indicate she handed me the gun, and it was fine. And she said, do you want to check? And I was doing it with social. I said, we never had a problem. I said, good. So, and the first AD,
He said about 4 different things right there.
she handed me the gun, and it was fine. And
She said test it. She told me it was fine or something like that.
Okay.
she would show me the gun.
She would show me the gun.
Or she'd say, cold gun.
Or she would say it's cold gun.
They test it or something.
Something to that effect.
She handed me the gun, and it was fine. And she said,
And then it was fine. There's 4 different things, literally in the same sentence. Which was it? And he said, I didn't want to insult her, so I just accepted it. Well, that really contrasts with Jensen Ackles, who said, I don't care if it offends them. I do these things myself because it's my life.
Want to check? And I was doing it. So we never had a problem. I said, so
Except
the
for
first AD,
I'm gonna send you
periodically, we'll say, let me check. And they'll have 2 people check. For this very reason, we don't have any flat, forget about live rounds.
Yeah, everything
we have
else
flash rounds in the gun level.
great.
This is what you need. And they're going to take it. You pull the trigger on the gun, you just hear the hammer, the dead sound of the hammer hitting, and you have no flash rounds.
You just email.
The rehearsal gun should be empty.
Okay.
And as I said, for the 2
Now, your new email is your login.
And have you physically checked that or just by
She announces it.
So just click whenever you go
She
to
calls
login,
on
email, just
then when she's done, she takes the gun, goes off to the corner. She has a kit with a zip fanny pack.
once you get in, once that's done, just text me back and then we'll schedule
load.
your own.
It's a low sound, which will say full load. If I'm shooting, if you're the crew, you're shooting me close.
I do every night, Sean. What I do in the privacy of my own home is none of your business, Sean.
Full load, it is rather loud. It's very loud.
Okay.
She's always announcing.
Later on, Dr. Daniels.
She's been very good.
I'm going to murder
So
the
have you
woman.
guys,
Bang.
backtracking a little bit on this, because she's playing you with some of these guns. Have you guys been practicing with those quarter loads and full loads, all that through the past couple of weeks? Or have you shot with them?
I came in on Tuesday. That's what I did Tuesday, the 12th. I came to the ranch, rode the horse, and just got used to that. And so, because they have the double wheelie rides in the distance, really fast. And all the athleticism you see on the horse, and they could go and watch it when the guy rides on the horse.
Okay.
It's quite a cool down.
So today was not the first day that.
So I shot on Tuesday the 12th with the Henry, the lever, arm action lever, the lever action rifle, and I just shot them.
Yeah, and meanwhile, there's video of him just like blasting all over the place.
And all right, moving back forward. What time did you guys break for lunch today?
Usually, I think today was probably 12:30.
Okay. And who took the weapon at that time? Physically took it.
Always knows. Rarely just the other lady would handle the pistol as a prop. I'd be running through the scene, but no bullets. When they say cut, I'd be handed to the blonde girl.
Okay.
But whenever we were interacting with somebody, we were rounds were going to go in the gun. You would have flash rounds in the scene. We shot flash. It was only hammer. Only. With her fanny back with the rounds in her equipment.
Okay. Do you know what time you guys got back from lunch?
I guess it's 1:30 by the time we all get back to the set of, there's a base camp, and there's the set. So we go to the base camp for lunch, they used to drive back, get their wardrobe touched up, get their hair touched up, and make it whatever through, then they were on set about an hour before we go back on the set.
And you basically handed it. During the time that you had it, was it ever handed off to anybody else?
No.
Okay.
I feel so bad for his lawyer. Got a tough road to hoe here.
Did you see where she got the gun from?
No. She has a station somewhere below her stuff. Okay. So that's how that's done. A couple different guns. Guns for the other actors.
Is anybody else allowed in that area?
I don't know, but I know that on this, I've never seen anything that was out of the ordinary. She has like sometimes they have a cart, like almost like a hospital catering, like a plastic tray.
A hospital catering yard.
Those wheels. I think that's what she has, but many of the departments have that. And on that tray would be her, or something like that. I don't recall what exactly hers was, but they have a station that they have set where you put over stuff. If the weather is cooperative, sometimes they put it under a tent, so it might rain, it might damage the property. But she has a little place she would go to. And then she has a truck where she's doing really rapidly. Goes in the truck and she takes off with her responsibility to secure the weapon.
Everything there.
Whichever you do that. It's a period code. In our emails back and forth when we were prepping the film, she showed me just a couple different styles of guns. This is not a big budget movie, so we didn't have a lot of choices. she showed you 3 or 4 choices. I said, give me the biggest gun you got. And so I did, she showed me different guns by email and different knives by email, cruder knives that were made for like someone fashioned the handle out of like elk horn or things like that, a traditional knife, a leather strap, a handle. We went back and forth about the whole material and a relatively brief conversation. I'm having made a lot of movies. I know I'm not stressing out about the budget. When she shows me something, I try to think that work. And so she showed me, I said, just give me the big gold. And then on that Tuesday, at 12, I came and shot that gun.
Give me the biggest one, because I'm the biggest ego here.
There's a brown handle, but she showed me 2 of the larger Colts. One had a cherry colored handle, and one had a brown handle. And I chose the brown handle.
You didn't want the cherry.
I can show you my emails. But I didn't want the cherry, it was too shiny.
Okay.
My character's a little bit in the retirement side of his career. So he's a retired bank runner.
I'd be out in the club.
Don't care, Alec.
Well, you always have people in films. I mean, they go to extensive extent. You wouldn't believe some films that they have about the details you go into. Of all the things you wear, jewelry, hats, watches, guns, cars. And people sit down. I mean, I've seen a lot of films, and the films that have bigger budgets. You could spend a whole week going to rehearsal.
I am an actor. Let me tell you how important I am and how many big budget films I've worked on.
With the director, the producers, and the writer, when you're done reading, they'll go make amendments. When they hear it come out of your mouth, let's change that line. The way Bob says that, and then you go right to wardrobe, props, you go bullet.
Okay. All right. You go back to lunch.
Welcome to the Actors Studio with Alec Baldwin. He'll regale us with stories of movies past and what an awesome gentleman he is and how people respect his opinion. How he's worked on some very large budget movies, and he even affects the dialogue for some of these movies.
Ready? She hands you the gun. Was it inside or outside?
Inside the church side.
And was it the first rehearsal that the incident happened?
Acting.
Yeah, I believe so, because we talked about, as we were going to lunch, we're always talking about what's next. So as we were rehearsing scenes, he said, now I want to do a scene where we've done other before lunch. He said, when we come back to it, we're showing where I thought was the best angle to see the glint of the gun under my coat, because you want the scene to work. So where the holster's here, if the gun is here, my coat comes around, and I held my hand like I was just cupping my hand.
Cupping.
And I showed him in the rehearsal. So when we came back after lunch, we rehearsed for the camera. And I took the gun and really showed him, and I go like this, with the cock, and turned, bang, it went on. The first time.
Okay, so it was your
the very first time we were shooting that shot, that we were rehearsing for that shot, that camera shot.
And you may, if you don't know this, did you happen to see, so obviously you guys left from that your upper shooting range. So how much did you see lunch there?
No, we always went to places.
Okay. Did the armorers, or did you see the armorers go down?
No, nor would I. Well, once they're gone, I'm gone.
Okay. Do people stay on set, or does everybody go?
There are many people who go watch. I'm not saying that not many. There are some who will forego lunch because they have work to do. Some will hold in the plate, they will bring their own lunch, because many people, they make sacrifices because of their pride. They may say, I think I need to paint that wall and touch up that wall. I think I need to distress those. They all have work to do. Very often, a small number of people will stay up top, but we drive out just basically they came out there, and they're being modest of the people staying up there.
Okay. All right, and then I just want to clarify, really, I know you're drawing something. All right, so when you had put out the gun, obviously you were not at the cameraman, but you had identified your people. Can you tell me who those people were?
My recollection is that the operator, he's a steady cam operator.
Okay.
He's a man who is either a camera on sticks that's stationed where the camera moves. The camera operator was there behind the camera, and she was to his right.
And who is she? That's what
Polina, the cinematographer.
Okay.
The camera director.
And she was right next to the camera.
She was to his right, to my left.
And who was behind her?
Joel.
And he is
the director of the movie.
Shot is what he is. He's shot.
Can you recall who exactly was inside at the time of the incident?
Or anyone else? Halls, the first AD. He's in charge of the crew.
And he's also pled guilty. He's probably the smartest one of the bunch. Pled guilty, sentenced to was it 6 months probation? So he was probably the smart one. Hey, Joe with a $10 super chat. You're up. Go damn. Hey, we're about halfway there. Also, happy belated birthday. Well, thank you very much, hey Joe. Appreciate that. Biff Thunder Muffin. Alex should have taken a plea. Oh yeah, he should have. I think he should have taken a plea, avoided jail time. Yep. But well, now I hope he serves every damn minute of an 18-month sentence. That's what he's facing here. At the end of the day, he's facing 18 months. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, he's not gonna serve every minute of it, even if he's convicted. But I hope he does, just for me. Tina 7878 is this a naive question? What possible reason could there be for any live rounds to be on a movie set? It's not a naive question, and the answer is there is none. There is no reason ever for any live rounds to be ever on a movie set. Ever. Elizabeth Diane says there's also a call that Alec made to the investigator helping with the case while he's on a drive through the city with his family. He claims he's retiring after all of this. You actually made 2 separate phone calls to the police. He literally called and said, "Oh, I've been thinking about this. Let me talk about this a little bit longer." He did that twice. Legal Vices says Bush McFadden. Does he even know her name was Helena? If I recall, no. If I recall, he doesn't. I think he called her that woman or something like that at one point. if I recall, because and then someone else, it was Mary Jane says, haven't I seen this before? Yeah, I have. This was literally the first, for those of you that missed the introduction here, the very beginning of the show. This originally was the very first live stream I ever did on YouTube, was watching this video over 2 years ago. And seeing as trial is starting tomorrow, I thought we would go and watch this today again. We'd rewatch it. Rubio with the $20. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so very much. All right, you get a bell ring for that. I think that he talked as much as he did and got himself into all this trouble in part because of unconscious bias. He's assuming these two female police officers don't understand guns and he needs to explain things. Yep. Yeah. He's got to explain acting to these women. And if I remember correctly, these police officers, one of these sheriffs ladies, I think one of them went to film school. Or wanted to be, or worked for a film, went to film school, worked for a film studio, or did something, wanted to do something. I think they talk about it a little bit later, but they know guns and movie. Danielle watched the trailer for The Juror for sound clips. Oh, I haven't seen that. I keep thinking I'm going to watch that, and then I forget. Thank you. That'd be fun. I hear it's great.
Hey,
all right, let's continue.
He's in charge of all the grips, all the core crew, electric, cable.
Do you know his name?
Dave Hall.
Okay.
And Dave Hall's always there.
Sorry, do you want me to have him delivered?
Okay, I didn't know her name.
The script supervisor, the woman who sits in the corner.
That way,
In some
Carol.
And the woman who sits in the
all
corner.
the action of the take, so you can match. If one day you're doing a scene, you sit there and go,
One desktop and two laptops.
it's really important that you and I drink together. Get together and talk about that case. You drank. When did you? She makes notes, so we match everything. That's called continuity. That woman who does continuity, she's always there watching. She was She's an older woman, like in her 60s. Looks like colored blonde hair, maybe, or brown hair. But I forget her name. But she is. So there's a group of people that are always there for every shot, even if you were in a kind of a cramped interior.
We don't care, Alec.
Not large. So then the rest of the crew's outside.
See, all this is boring. All of this is useless. All of this has nothing to do with anything, but the cops are just letting him talk, letting him get comfortable, letting him think he's in charge, letting him think he's leading the conversation, letting him think he's dominant and dominating them, and they're just letting him go. They got no reason to butt in and tell him to focus. Just let him go and eventually give him. This is the classic example of the saying, give them enough rope to hang themselves with.
And that's I know that every time you shot those people, camera, assistant camera, cinematographer, director, first AD, script.
So not too many.
Very few.
Do you think that any part of this incident that occurred was intentional?
I can only say this, which is, and it was to me, to place a bullet and position a bullet that is a live round, to make sure that that bullet is in the chamber. If I were to squeeze the trigger in a rehearsal, that bullet came out. Someone has to have extraordinary access to that weaponry to do that. I can't imagine somebody walked around with a round that was a 45 caliber round. So you see, other people on the set were speculating that it was a 45 caliber round. She'd be dead. It would blunt big hole in her.
Well, guess what? Spoiler alert, Alec Baldwin. Spoiler alert. She is dead. You just don't know it yet. Yeah, hate to spoil that for you, Alec Baldwin. See, again, here he's like making it sound like it must have been an intentional hit. Someone must have intentionally loaded this and put it in the chamber before to take somebody out. He's kind of going down that road there. Yeah, the spoiler alert.
Someone has to have extraordinary access to that weaponry to do that. I can't imagine somebody walked around with a round that was a 45 caliber round. So you see, other people on the set were speculating that it was a 45 caliber round. She'd be dead.
Yeah,
with blunt big hole in her.
Yep.
And so we're wondering, was the projectile in or some foreign material stuck? It was an accident, a flash round.
No, it was a 45 caliber round.
They always check. But
to your experience with these armor,
I've never heard anything like this in my life, ever.
Okay.
I've never heard of a projectile coming out of a prop gun that went through a person's body, regardless of being a smaller woman. The bullet went in here, I'm told, went in here, came out here, her shoulder, or whatever, and went into his. I've never heard of that in my life. I don't know any projectile with a gun in a flash prop gun that could accomplish that. Now, if somebody put a live round in there accidentally, see, a very important question for Hannah is, have you ever commingled live rounds with theatrical rounds in your kit? Because they're forbidden to do that. According to the union rules and the safety rules for.
And you're kind of forbidden from pointing live weapons at people and pulling the trigger by law, but you do it anyway.
All the unions, you're not allowed to do that because of the fear of what will happen if you commingle. So whether someone accidentally, and I can't even imagine, deliberately placed a live round in that gun, I've never heard of it in my life. And I don't know anything about what happened. But all I know is when see, the other thing about this is
forbidden.
You have a recoil, usually. When I shot that gun and it went off, I didn't shoot it when it went off. I didn't intend for it to for what happened to happen.
Yes, well, if you intended for what happened to happen, that would be first-degree murder. If you intended for that to happen, yeah, it would be first-degree murder. You didn't intend for it to happen, which is why it's involuntary manslaughter. You did something that anybody in their right damn mind would or should know was incredibly dangerous and could lead to someone's death or injury.
When that happened, is I've always told about, because I'm not a gun person, I don't have a gun.
I'm not a gun person, says the man who uses a gun in just about every movie.
They always tell me, they ask me to simulate the recoil. When I shoot the Colt, which is a big gun, 45 caliber bullet, they always teach me when we should go action. I go, get back here, boom, and then they take my hand and go boom and have to kick, because there's no kick in a flash round. And when I this time, I don't recall there being any kick out of it. That's important.
Okay.
See, that's really, really interesting. The adrenaline or memory blanking, whatever you want to call it. Dude doesn't even remember the kick from a 45 long barrel pistol. It's very, very selective and very, very deceptive.
Are you, I know you said you don't own a gun, but are you experienced with shooting guns?
Only as much as actors have to be experienced.
Okay, which is normally not.
Dude,
I mean, look,
you grew up around guns. Don't bullshit it. Come on, dude.
Safety with weapons is primary. You go off with people. You go off with armaments people to ranges. I've gone to ranges in Arizona where we shot a lot of guns many years ago, and you go to a range and you shoot for a few hours. And they teach you how to shoot shotguns, Walther, different little small guns, James Bond guns, big guns, Uzis, machine guns, whatever you're using. They make you go and rehearse for hours, a whole day.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very safety guns. As they have been here, they've been very safety guns. That's what's puzzling.
Well, and I guess that's sort of like the question that I'm trying to get at is, do you think someone would deliberately do this?
I can't imagine who would. People have said, that 6 people got fired from the crew yesterday because they said that the union, I don't want to get into a long diatribe about this, but the union, the International Association of Theatrical Stage Employees, IATSE is their name. IATSE is the union that controls all the actors. The directors guild controls the director, the screen actors guild, but all of the crew are controlled by a contract in which those people voted to go on strike against the major studios, the major networks, major streaming services, but not the independent film community.
Yeah, just let him talk. Let him get comfortable saying
was instructed by his bosses in LA. He said, don't go on strike. The strike is against the majors, not against the indie people. And in the indie films, there's 6 different tiers, I believe, in terms of the contract, how much they're paid.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of people on the set walked off anyway, even though they were told not to strike. They struck and they left.
Duncan Idaho with $2 translation. Yes, I am very familiar with guns. Yeah, he grew up around them, like literally. Anyway.
And that was yesterday.
That was yesterday. That was their last day.
Yeah.
The question becomes, somebody said, what people would want to do. I don't even know. I have no idea.
Well, and that was mentioned to me is that it sounded like it was most of the camera crew that walked off set yesterday and quit, and maybe it got fired because they walked off. So the other thing is that the 2 major people, like you said, the director, those are the ones who got hurt. So with the camera crew and quitting, and then your director getting injured, as well as Helena. You don't think there's anybody that had any anger towards them or anything that would want to
do the details. I know that one guy, whose name I'm forgetting, he was a very heavy set guy. Okay. He was a very lovely to me. He walked up to me and he said, thank you for the things you posted on social media, the IOTIC. And he said, I'd like to talk to you privately. He said, because I've got some of my guys sleeping in their car. Mm-hmm. Many of the crew here, because they're shooting in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, or Albuquerque base, they live there. So the drive time is kind of common knowledge in the business that the unions in New Mexico signed very bad deals in order to attract crew shooting here. They wanted to grow the crew base here. So they signed the deal wasn't a good deal when they gave them something benefit. So that means if you live within 60 miles of the set, you come to work, you don't have to pay any, the drive.
Hey, Michael, hey.
No, in New York, it's 30 miles. It's hotel, gas money. There's a whole lot of complicated contract in the more expensive markets. Here, this guy was telling me, he turned to me and said, my guys are sleeping in their car. I went to the AD and the producers and I asked what's up with that. He said, they knew what the contract was. We signed the IATSE contract in New Mexico. And then in the middle of shooting, they decided they wanted to rewrite their deal as opposed to up in hotels. Now, if you put the camera crew in a hotel, all the other crafts are going to put in a hotel. We don't have the budget for that. That could be $75,000, $80,000.
Who was that man? When you said that?
I forget his name. Okay. But anybody there,
he doesn't remember anybody's name. If you're on this film and you have to miss a day of work, this was the day to miss. This was the day you didn't want to be on set.
Rehearsal. I'm thinking to myself, could someone actually believe that in a rehearsal I would actually aim the gun and hit those 2 people? That's far-fetched. Would they want just somebody to get hit? Or, I keep telling myself, more likely, was it an accident? Whether it was a large quarter load, just makes noise, but it's like kind of a puff compared, but a half load could shoot a projectile if something was stuck in the barrel. And like I said, the thing is, I think the answer to one of your questions is, what's in Joel's shoulder? Is it a rock or is it a bullet?
I
can actually tell you that right now, Mr. Baldwin. Let me just pick up my phone.
Should
what?
So you've been on set for so many years, like you said. Have you ever seen? You said you've never seen anything come out before.
I've never seen a projectile come out.
Right. So, but do you know what the bullets look like? Would it have looked something like this if anything did ever come out?
Okay. No. Okay.
So,
That's a bullet.
Yeah, that's a bullet. Now there's like a little, like inside of this dark, empty void of a brain. There's a little spark going off now somewhere in the back of Alec Baldwin's empty outer darkness skull. A little spark is going, uh-oh, that's a bullet in the guy's shoulder. Holy shit, I think I shot a woman with a live round. Oh, this is going to be bad for me. You can, this slowly starts to develop here.
Oh. Somebody put a live round in the gun. If that's if someone loaded a live round into the gun I was in.
So now, let me ask you, did you see the rounds that were in the gun?
No.
Have you seen, throughout the whole time on set, have you seen what they look like?
I've watched her load and reload the gun many times.
Have you seen the bullets and stuff?
Meaning yes, meaning you see sometimes the head is the casing, and the head is a pinched, it almost looks like a dumpling. It's closed at the top, there is no piece. And you put the cosmetic round in when you know you're going to see. If I say to you, what's your first name again?
Alex.
If I say to you, Alex, don't you move a muscle, darling, I'm going to blow you. But the camera shoots me. You want to see the material in the cylinder, the cosmetic,
He called her darling.
non-bullet round.
So can you describe to me what those clay-based rounds look like?
They look like a bullet. They're gray grass base, packed with something, and then the head look like a bullet. So cosmetically, you see that in the cylinder. The other rounds you shoot have it's the base with the pin. This comes up, and it's a round like this. And if you look at the top, you're looking down at the bullet, not the pin down near the top of it. It's folded in almost like a.
Again, here I've drawn you pictures of the other types of rounds. Let me draw you a picture of the blank round now, if you don't mind.
Yeah, like a dumpling. It's like a folded up thing and a try, and all that is boom.
If I showed you a couple rounds, would you be able to tell me if they're the ones that look like they were on set?
Probably. I think I could probably tell you which were the rounds that were put in cosmetic, and which were the rounds that were flash rounds. All right. Now, forgive me because I'm very upset right now.
I know.
Now he's very upset. Now that he realizes that it was a bullet. And see, notice how once he finds out it's a real bullet, he's starting to not be such an expert about things anymore. Can you identify the different kinds of? He drew diagrams of them. He explained what they were. He talked about what they looked like. And now she's like, if I showed you these things, do you think you would be able to identify them? Well, maybe, possibly, I might be able to identify these things I just explained and drew pictures of. And he is the second interview. Before this interview was conducted, Hannah was interviewed. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was interviewed, and she just happened to have all the different, except for the live rounds, of course. She had the dummy rounds and the blank rounds with her and gave them to the cops. And so the cops have them, and they're going to bring them out here.
So please don't forgive my weirdness about this. That's what came out of Joel's shoulder.
Yep.
Yes. And the reason why I was showing you because you said you had experience, but you're saying when this does come out, it's supposed to tough and not really be
usually,
a hard object.
If there's any chance that when you look at the gun, so here's the barrel, here's the sight, and the cylinders around it has the holes.
Mm-hmm.
We're just looking at the guns, the camera's eye here. Because the cosmetic rounds go in, they have no flash. If you want to have cosmetic rounds that flash, you're going to hold the gun, you see the holes, and I shoot. That material is often a clay or fabricated material that just disintegrates.
Not really.
The round that you put that you don't see, you're not seeing them. Those are the flash rounds, which have the top that looks like it's like folded kind of thing, like this was looks like it's packed.
But specifically today, was supposed to be either empty or the ones that don't even make anything.
Cold round.
So cold round, the one with a hole in it.
Yes.
And it's not supposed to puff up or powder off, like you said.
Paul told me that when he checked the rounds with her, they were all had the holes in them.
Well, clearly they didn't. So either he's lying, either Hale's lied to you, you're lying to them, or he didn't look at him. That's it.
Sometimes he told me when I was familiar with this, they'll take the round, and if it's a cold round, it'll have the holes, and inside will be BBs, and you shake it.
Yeah.
So when you shake the BB, it's an acoustic, and that's a cold round.
Okay. And yeah, that's what
inside this base is something about a little BB. So you take it to the gun.
Now he's an expert again.
And that's what you're supposed to have today.
I was supposed to have an empty gun.
Empty.
Or when we shot, for the rehearsal, empty. And then when we shot, the flash rounds, and everybody preps. And then she says, hot gun. She announced it, and the crew gets ready.
But that you didn't get that.
I rehearsed with a hot gun. Now,
it was supposed to be
cold. Well, it was supposed to be cold or empty, but now, not only did I rehearse with a hot gun, I rehearsed with a gun that had a bullet inside. If that's what came out of the issue, this is the most horrifying thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, so yeah, and that's why I wanted to make sure that anytime that you shot a hot gun, you've never seen anything like this come out before.
Never.
Because I'm not familiar with problems. I can tell you what a projectile looks like, and that does look like a projectile.
That's a bullet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's what comes out of.
Well, I think the question, I don't want to tell you your job, but I'm so sick about this, sickened by this. The bullet passed through this girl's body. She's in the hospital like that.
That little spark that was going on in the back of his head has now just kind of grown to a dim little flame. That bullet went straight through Helena, or that girl, as I believe he just called her, went straight through her and into Joel's shoulder. That little flame back there is starting to grow.
what comes out of.
Well, I think the question, I mean, I don't want to tell you your job, but I'm so sick of it, so sickened by this, that a bullet passed through this girl's body. She's in
It's not Helena, this girl. Good old, what's her name?
critical condition in a hospital right now, and I fired the gun.
Yep.
And you don't think I feel really, really shitty about that, I do, but the question becomes, we ask Hannah, did you commingle live bullets?
Doesn't matter. You didn't check.
What they call live rounds. When they say live rounds, that's a bullet that a police officer would shoot. Where did that come from? If they're dead.
You pointed a gun checking to see whether it was loaded, and you pulled the trigger.
She commingled live rounds with dummy rounds or movie rounds.
And we asked her. We asked her that. Do you know where you guys get the rounds from? Who orders it? Or you don't have any part of any of that?
For me?
Yeah, like,
That's her, yeah.
ultimately, okay.
All I know is when we come to the set, you hand me a cold gun. Nothing to then we load the gun with the flash rounds. That's it. Every time. We never had a problem.
You didn't even get that second part of behind it back. I do want to ask you about Dave Holt. I understand sometimes she'll hand the gun off to Dave Holt and then he'll hand it to you. Did that happen at this incident? It was Hannah handing it.
I never. He says he got the weapon directly from Hannah. Well, Hannah testified she gave it to Dave Hall. Dave Hall gave it to him. That's also apparently what Hall's statement was as well. I gave it to him. As long as we're paused here. Duncan, Idaho, I don't think it was a coincidence that the two fattest detectives, Dave and Earl, were not assigned to this interrogation. This is just amazing. These women are good. They're just letting him hang himself. So Alec was a producer, i.e. in charge of this negligence. Not sure he should be in jail. Or is it his fault? But he still didn't check the gun. Well, that makes it his fault. There can be more than one person at fault. And definitely not checking a gun, pointing at somebody and pulling the trigger. That's your fault. And interesting that I didn't watch the motions hearing yesterday, and I'm not sure I saw it correctly, but I believe that they said that they limited the evidence and said that they can't bring up evidence of him being a producer on the movie. I think that's what I heard yesterday. We'll have to see. Someone in chat, I'm sure, watched it and can tell me. But again, he wasn't like the big producer. He was a financial producer. According to the contract he had, it was specifically for basically money. He was the money guy. He wasn't in charge of hiring, firing, or doing any of that. Yeah, correct. No producer evidence.
Thanks for watching.
Stop the scene. If we finish the scene, Pauls is someone who is assumed by his position to be authorized to do nearly everything. So if I was doing a scene with you and we finished the scene, we finished your angle and we were going to turn around and shoot my angle. When they say turning around, that means it's time to go to the bathroom, we're going to buy the water, we're going to coffee, go smoke a cigarette, we have a break. And if I was going to go to the bathroom, I'd give Pauls the gun. I only hand it to her, or she wasn't around. If she was away, she'd be in the shop. They clearly Pauls the gun, you give it to her. Give this to Hannah.
So sometimes you would hand the gun to Paul, but you never, he never handed the gun to you.
No.
So you would hand it to him.
I passed it off to him if she was not on site, and I was going to use the bathroom with it. But that's very typical. Pauls is empowered and authorized to hand him the other two. Whether it was a cold gun with no things or flash rounds, I say hot gun, hand it to him. Or usually not. But usually it was a hot gun. If it was a hot gun, we were going to shoot TV right nearby. If I hit this, other times we have a rubber gun. But think that. Yeah.
And specifically, right before this incident, Hannah handed you the gun.
What in the world are you guys looking at that are saying look like French fries or cake pops? What are you looking at? Here at the bottom, we've got the two cell phones. Over here on the left, we've got a mask and another cell phone. We've got the bottle of water. We've got some papers here, some notebooks, and a pen. What are you looking at that looks like cake pops or French fries? Whatever.
And that's cool. It wasn't big.
I don't be cold. No, Hannah hit it.
It wasn't anybody else that handed it.
Starbucks bag.
And she
Okay.
specifically said.
I believe she said cold, but don't be cold.
Where, so this is, I'm not that great of a drawing, but this is the church, this is the front where the
Enter here.
cross is. Where did she hand it, the gun to you? Inside by where the camera
was. This is a scene in the church. You come in and there's a lot of disarray. There's benches tipped over, and here was one bench that was upright and sturdy. Some of the other benches are prop benches, so they can smash these with explosives. You want the gunfire to have fake benches that are made of lighter wood, so if they put charges inside. So when you shoot, cinematically, when a guy's shooting a gun, you turn around and see what he's shooting at, you're going to see charges that are buried inside. They put a little material around, you're going to see boom, 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 see flash. That is a prop bench. There were prop benches around, but they were eventually going to put, today we're going to put squibs in and blah, blah, blah. And this,
thank you, Sherry. Thank you.
The prop bench would break. This was a live bench, and I sat here, and the camera was here, and she was here, and Joel was here.
She being Helena?
Helena.
Okay, and
I'm here on the bench, sitting.
Here, let me continue to flesh out this map of exactly what the crime scene looked like. No, please go ahead.
Here to the right, all the way to one side. They wanted me to go all the way to that side. The camera guy was here, he's behind. Anna was here, Joel was here. For the young people, I believe that the script was always in that corner, so she could see the action. And when I shot, the gun that when I just seen the gun, and she was there, and the gun went off, and she was right up there.
What about the armor though? Where was she?
She's outside.
She hands
She
you the
comes
gun.
in. She hands me the gun all the time.
And then what
If there's any
about
shooting involved in the scene, she always hands me the gun.
never has Dave handed you the gun.
Never.
Okay. And then she goes back outside.
She waits outside, but she just can't be there so good to see. Sometimes in the scene there's reflections, like you use it. So you only need the necessary crew in there for shooting the camera. Everybody else leaves. As soon as they cut, they come running back in.
Okay. Real quick before she shows you that. The other thing I wanted to know, and it's probably helping when she does show you those wrong. Have you, in your experience, ever been told that you're not supposed to cock the gun? No, you're okay.
He wanted to cock the gun in the scene.
Okay.
He wanted it as part of the scene. So we take the gun out, turn, and cock it to the right, my left, to their right of the lens. Because if I'm sitting here and you're the camera, we don't talk about my left. We talk about camera right. Camera right. You don't talk about the camera. Camera right is my left. So if I'll say, "Where do you want to aim the gun?" They'll say, "Camera right." So I'll aim the gun to my left.
Okay.
So
Did you see that? I noticed that. He's explaining how you have to do, camera right is his left. Everything is opposite because you're looking at like right. He pointed the gun in the wrong goddamn direction.
Where do you want to aim the gun? They'll say, "Camera right." So I'll aim the gun to.
Did you see that? He pointed off to camera left and then moves it to camera right. Dude, again, just demonstrated he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. Literally, you have to point it to camera right. Oh, it's over here. Fuck me. Ugh.
Camera right is my left. So I'll say, "Where do you want to aim the gun?" They'll say, "Camera right." So I'll aim the gun to my left.
Okay.
So I always aim the gun away, but she was there. And in the rehearsal, he wanted to pull out the gun and cock the gun. And if you're assuming you have a cold gun, there's no problem.
Right.
And again, a cold gun I've had every time we've used guns.
The problem is you
we never had
assuming
one
it's
problem. Never.
Okay. And I don't, maybe they discussed this when I was going. After the gun was shot, who did you hand the gun to?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I mean, everybody freaked out.
Yeah. Okay.
It was one of those big halls.
Ouch. See, winter storm. That's harsh.
I don't really know. I would imagine. Well, there's the dummy there. So that's probably a dummy round.
You're a
And
dummy.
there's no drill in this. That might be a flash round. And as I said,
So flash rounds do not have holes.
Good point, KT.
well, the flash round has a charge in here,
Okay.
powder, different sizes. Like I said, quarter, half, full load, and a wadding in there to pack it in tightly. So when you hit this pin, it explodes. Now, sometimes it has this material there if you have the cosmetic feature through the gun and then shoots. But often it has. There's BBs there. This is a dummy round. No dummy here, but there's that. My point is that very often when you
So he's just actually looked at the rounds that Hannah Gutierrez Reed gave the police, and he correctly identified them. He just literally showed them how easy it is to tell the blank and dummy rounds. He's just demonstrated his expertise in such things, and he has clarified that it is incredibly easy to tell them apart.
give me room and flash and shoot, they had that crease.
Hey, don't say
over
hot
the head,
flashes around those
the
things.
doubling head of this.
Okay.
They've almost never looked like this for a flash. Only when the camera sees inside the cylinder does it.
But those are both dummy rounds.
That's a dummy
Here.
round. That's a dummy round. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert.
Now suddenly I'm not an expert. He spent the last 50 minutes explaining the difference between these types of bullets, diagramming them, drawing pictures of them, demonstrating how to tell the difference, and then actually performing a differentiation between various types of rounds. Now he's like, I don't know. I'm just an unfrozen